Welcome back, everyone. So if you've seen Isaiah flying his plane, you'll notice that this looks like the same type of plane. So that's because we're going to build a new and improved version of it. This is the same style of plane with the single motor in the back as a pusher plane, but this one's going to be made out of the solid foam like I build my other planes out of. So this is the design. I made this in Fusion 360. It's for a 5-inch propeller. It's going to have a 60-inch wingspan. Hopefully it'll have a good glide ratio for beginners to learn. The plan is to have it have a pretty steep dihedral angle and just use rudder and elevator to control with no ailerons. This is going to be a 3D printed motor mount, and it's going to be a small mini quad motor, 2206 size. So let's get building. Alright, so I'm building two of these planes. They're both going to be identical. Here's the two fuselages just laid out like in an exploded view. And then I'm going to begin assembling them soon. Over here we have the two wings and the two horizontal and two vertical stabilizers. I'll be cutting those out using these airfoil templates that are currently printing out. They're 8.5-inch cord. So here's the two fuselages. I glued the bottoms and the right-hand side panels on, and then once this glue is dried, I'm going to put the left-hand side panels on the nose section and then on the middle section, and then I'll also glue on these tail side panels onto the floor. So here's the two fuselages. I got them all sanded down and I glued on the motor mounts. And then I've got the two horizontal stabilizers and the two vertical stabilizers. Those two have carbon fiber strips in them, and so do these. They're in there. So now I'm going to glue the horizontal stabilizers to the tail. Over here is the wings. In the middle part, I put fiberglass on the leading and trailing edge just to give it a little bit of strength against getting dented by all the rubber bands that are going to go over it like that. And I'm just using wooden dowels for the rubber band. So we're painting the planes now. Got one red one and one blue one. Here's the two wings. The top of each wing is the same color as its respective fuselage. I'm going to paint the horizontal and vertical stabilizers the same color as the bottom side of the wing. So this red one's going to have yellow, blue one's going to have green. Got the control surfaces there, the same color as the fuselage. Over here I've got all the electronics for it. So each plane is just going to have two servos for elevator and rudder. Mine is going to have a free sky receiver. The other one is going to have a Orange RX Spectrum receiver. So here's the two planes. Paint is all done. I made these two canopy hatches for each one. They've got a little cutout for the FPV camera. I've got these servos installed and the servo push rods. I just go through these are like the little coffee stirrer straws. I just painted over them. Alright, so the two trainer planes are finished now. Let me quickly show you everything. So they're both pretty much identical. They both come in at about 630 grams without the battery. I'm planning on using a 2200 milliamp hour 3-cell battery and a 3-cell along with 6-inch propellers on these mini quad motors. Should give it over 1-to-1 thrust to weight ratio, which won't be necessary, but it'll be good to have just in case. The goal is to get at least 10-minute flight times with these, so obviously won't be flying at full throttle the whole time, probably be very low throttle, just kind of cruising around. They both have a FPV setup. They're using a micro run cam and then these video transmitters. Each wing is about 60 inches and they have polyhedral because there's no ailerons. So it's controlled with just elevator and rudder. I've got a 3D printed motor mounts here. You can kind of see the motor is mounted to. The screws go through these holes up into the motor, so I can replace the motor easily if I need to. So that's pretty much it. So thanks a lot for watching. See you later.